Hey guys, how you doing? It's Martin Cliffe, continuing our delve into Acoustic August and my 4 acoustic guitars that are part of my guitar collection for 2022. This is my Yamaha NTX700. It is 2017. It is stock other than the strings, yeah, I am not remotely a classical guitar player. I had classical lessons for a while. I had an NTX700C, which is the wider kind of proper classical neck. This is very much geared more at an acoustic or even an electric player. It's a thinner nut, much more comfortable. I think slightly curved fretboard as well, rather than the completely flat one that you'd get on a proper classical. But it's just a nice, easy to play, classical sounding guitar. Strings are pretty old, so it maybe isn't sounding quite its best at the moment. But for me, for someone who just needed something to fill that kind of gap that occasionally I need a kind of mellow acoustic sound, I didn't want to delve into buying, ukuleles or anything else kind of along that line. I just wanted one guitar that would kind of just tick that box for being something a little bit different for recording and all that kind of thing. It does the job. It plays really nicely. Yeah, I'm sure we all had nylon strung guitars when we were growing up that were like 40 quid or $50 or whatever, and the strings were like an inch above the fretboard, and it was really tough to play. This isn't like that at all. It definitely plays much more like a nice acoustic or even electric guitar. The action's pretty low. It rings out pretty nicely. If I take it out of the preamp, so it's going to sound slightly plastically because it's a nylon strung guitar, but it definitely has quite a nice acoustic tone to it. I think the solid spruce top is definitely a contributing factor to that, but having the electrics in just makes it so much easier to work with. And it tends to be a guitar that I just grab if I want to just, I've got a song idea somewhere in my head and I just want to grab something just to pick it out, or maybe figure out what chord or what bass line would go with it. It just requires a lot less kind of effort in some ways to pick this up, and just, I can noodle along with it. I'm not disturbing anyone, it's pretty quiet, but it's got a little bit more body to it in the room than an electric guitar does. So yeah, it's just a really good part of my collection. If I had to strip it down, it would be one that would go, because I don't know that I necessarily play it enough to have such a nice classical guitar, or even to have a classical guitar. I could definitely get by with 1 or 2 acoustics rather than 4, but yeah, it fills a useful slot in my collection, and it's a nice sounding, nice playing guitar. I like it anyway. I'm sure, that if I had a £20,000, £30,000 classical guitar, this would pale in comparison to it, but I'm not that kind of player and I don't need that kind of guitar. So thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time when we delve deeper into my guitar collection.